Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free. Hello. Welcome to the Sheffield United Way. I am back. I've been off a week. I hope you've all missed me. No, actually, Hal and Bobby have done an absolute fabulous job since I've been away. I feel like I've missed about 50 videos, something like that, but I am back. But it's Hal today that's not here, believe it or not. First video Hal's missed in what seems about a decade. So we've got Bobby. I'll just quickly go through the kind of what's happening. It's Sheffield United versus Bristol City at 12:30 at Bramall Lane. And this match is on Sky Sports Football red button. So if you've got Sky Sports Football, click that red button and you'll be able to watch the match live. But if you're going to the match like me, you won't need to do that. So, yeah, fantastic news. Anyway, let's bring Bobby in. How are you doing today, sir? Welcome to the stream.
Thank you. I'm doing all right. Glad to have you back, Nick.
That's great. Great to hear. This feels weird. We've not done a video before, have you? Just me and you?
We haven't. I've done a couple with Hal. I haven't done any with you. So let's see how this goes. Should be a good one.
Yeah. Let's do it without the professional broadcaster, shall we, and see how it goes.
Yeah, no, who needs him?
Exactly that. I'm sure you say that when I'm not here as well.
Anyway, we love our members. We love our members.
There we go. Bottom of the screen, members on screen right now. So if you're a member, your name will appear at the bottom of the screen. If you want to be a member, when you're on your desktop, on your laptop or PC, you will see a join button right next to the subscribe button, and that's how you become a member. It's $4.99 to support the boys, and all of that money, well, half of that money goes straight to us, half straight to YouTube. So just do your bit if you want to be a member and support us. So, Bobby, I'm going to go straight into talking about the last game. It was Reading 0, Sheffield United 1, and I'll make myself full screen so you've got the full Nick. I will bring Bobby back in a second. So the Reading game, it feels like a million years ago because a lot has happened since then. And what I'll say before we talk about this game is we're going to try and not talk about kind of like what's happened, Slav leaving and Hecky coming in with Stuart McCall and Jack Lester, because we've done 2 videos on it already. It's going to be quite difficult to predict what's going to happen in this game coming up, but we're going to try and do our best because obviously completely different regime. But the Reading game was with Slav. Slav was the manager. We won 1-0. That's our second game in a row, keeping a clean sheet. I'm going to quickly just talk about 3 things that I was happy about with the game, which was positives. First of all, we won. Second of all, we didn't concede. And third of all, we've got the boys back in. We've got the band back together. Bash is in there. Dids is in there. It's great to see. We're playing 5-3-2. We're kind of playing a 5-2-3, really, with Morgan Gibbs-White on one side and Didsy on the other. I thought that also Rhian Brewster had an okay game. I think a lot of people went a bit overboard on that one and said, Rhian Brewster was fantastic. He did okay. But really, it was a quite boring match. Didsy kind of lit it up with his fantastic cross and Bogle with his fantastic finish, because I think a lot of people have said a lot of things about the cross, but what a finish from Jayden Bogle as well. Bobby, what did you reckon to the game?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was an okay game. We take a 1-0, as I correctly predicted in the match preview. Just saying. So watch out for my prediction on this one as well, because I'm like dynamo, mate. I know the knowledge. I know ball.
You know ball, mate. You absolutely know ball. And what we'll do now, we'll talk about the Bristol City game in a moment. But last time out, when was it and what happened, Bobby?
Well, the last time we played Bristol City, it was actually in the FA Cup. It was a 1-0 win last season, but we want to take it into the league, don't we? We head back to the 30th of March 2019. It was a 3-2 home defeat for the Blades. Oh dear. Andreas Weimann scored his first career hat-trick as Bristol City twice came back from behind to win at beautiful downtown Bramwell Lane. Billy Sharp headed home. John Fleck free kick at the far post to give the Blades an early lead on 6 minutes. Bristol City hit back when Weimann looped in a header from Jack Hunt's cross. Substitute Scott Hogan, on loan from Aston Villa at the time, headed in from a George Baldock cross on 19 minutes from time to put the Blades back in front. But then Weimann levelled for the second time when he turned home Casey Palmer's cross before slotting in the winner past Dean Henderson after playing a 1-2 with Famara Jeju. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, Jeju, something like that. Hal
Something
would probably...
like
Hal's not here and he's in my head. I'm thinking, Hal would say that.
He's in my head
really
rent free. I just can't get him out of there.
Do you know what, Bobby? I will tell you one thing about that game. That is the game when we thought we had ruined our chances of promotion. But who'd have thought that Leeds would have gone and ruined it even further by losing to a 10-man Wigan at home when they were, I think they were rock bottom at that point.
Leeds are falling apart again, some would say.
Oh, God, yeah. That was a long time ago and we've fallen apart way more than they have recently.
Oh, dear. Don't talk about it.
No, if we don't talk about it, it never really happened. Anyway, shall I get on into team news?
Let's go for it.
I'm in. Right, okay. So team news. McBurney is back. He's been training with the lads, so obviously he's not having to isolate anymore. Sander, we've all seen that video, haven't we? We've all seen that video on Sheffield United's YouTube channel with all the lads, big smiles on the face, Stuart McCall saying, come here, lad, you come over here, lad. It's brilliant. We love to see it. Hecky swearing his head off and getting bleeped every 2 seconds. It feels like Chris Wilder's reign again, to be honest. But Sander was in there too. Reece Norrington-Davis, Freeman, they are all ready for this game. Burke as well, Ollie Burke, all in contention for this game. So I will tell you my predicted team in a moment. But we just need to quickly say, Guardiola, obviously, he's not going to be fit. Olsen, we don't think he's going to be fit, but you never know. But to be honest, League One Wes has been absolutely fantastic in recent weeks. So Olsen, I don't think he'd get his spot back anyway. Baldock, not too sure about, because normally we get our information from the press conference. So, yeah, there's been so much going on. I think, really, we just want Hecky to be with the lads as much as possible, trying to get him ready for this game. So Baldock, not too sure about, but if I know Baldock will be trying to get himself back for every single game. He's a fantastic professional. And finally, the last thing that I will say about team news is obviously we think that John Fleck is not going to be available for this game. Get well soon, Flecky. Absolutely love him to bits. He's been here ever since the start of this revolution. And we all absolutely just wish him all the best. Let's bring up, though, Bobby, where is it? There it is. The preferred 11, or my preferred 11. It's actually the same preferred 11 as Darren Smith on Twitter. So I didn't copy, I promise. But yeah, I think a lot of people are liking the Morgan Gibbs-White sort of Duffy role. So I'll quickly go through it. So we've got League One Wes, or Champions League Wes, as I think we need to coin from now on, because he's been so good recently. Bash at right centre back. I'm not going to say overlapping centre back because I can't see that being a thing, even though Hecky was here when we were doing all that. Egan, central centre back. Ben Davis, left centre back. I've gone for Norrington Davis at left wing back. I've been beating the drum for a while about Norrington Davis because I liked him right at the start of the season, and then he had a few poor games. I remember the Preston game when he got caught behind a ball and someone nicked in and scored past Olsen. There were a few things like that where he wasn't focused and he let people get in behind him. But I think now that he's realised that he can easily come out of this team, he will be fighting for his place. And Edna Stevens has been poor of late for me. I don't think he's really had a great game since Southampton in the Cup when he came back. But yeah, I would put Norrington Davies straight in there. I think Jayden Bogle, after scoring his goal, I don't think he played particularly well in the last game, but he took his goal very, very well. And for me, he's got to start at right wing back. Then this could be a tricky one, really. Obviously, Fleck comes out. Conor Hourihane goes in for me at left side of the central midfield too. But Sander Berge is also in contention. So if Sander Berge is fit, more often than not, you would put Sander Berge in there, especially with Hourihane not being too good as of late either. He had like a 20-minute period right at the end of that Coventry game where he was playing really well in advanced areas. But we'll have to see. Obviously, Norwood will come in there, slotting on the right-hand side. And then for me, Morgan Gibbs-White, like I said, in that Duffy role, I would love to see him roaming around in the middle rather than being stuck out on the right-hand side. And then I've gone with Brewster and McGoldrick up front, and I think that Brewster's going to start getting a run of games. I also think McGoldrick needs to come back into this side because, yeah, sometimes McGoldrick doesn't have the best of games, but also he's one of those players that you just know for absolute certain that he has that in his locker to do something a little bit special. And he obviously created the goal in the last game to get us the win. So, yeah, there's only really, for me, Bobby, Iliman Ndiaye and maybe Sander Berge that could come in there.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. It's going to be an interesting one about Iliman Ndiaye, where he fits into that system, obviously, with MGW in that kind of Duffy role, as you said. It's going to be interesting, but let's move on. Let's have a look at the opposition 11, Bristol City. They were hugely impressive against Stoke City in their last game, winning 1-0. Dan Bentley kept his first, no, it wasn't. It was his second clean sheet of the season against Stoke, with only one negative being that they lost Nathan Baker due to injury late on. Matty James should be back and available for selection, with Joe Williams touch and go after picking up a knock against Stoke. He may well return into midfield. Predicted lineup for them, I think it's going to be Bentley in goal, a back three of Viner, Atkinson and Callas, 5 in the middle, O'Dowda, James, Bakinson, Masengo and Scott, with a 2 up top of Martin and that boy, the Blades nemesis, Andreas Weimann. 3-5-2 as well, I think. How do you think it's going to play out, Nick? How do you think it's going to play out?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't want to see Weimann on their team sheet, to be honest. He's a
pesky little striker, him.
He is, and he's a good player. He's a very, very good striker, and I'm surprised nobody else has come in for him, really, because he's been at Bristol City for quite a while now. But,
he has, I was going to say.
Yeah. Shall we talk about the referee, Bobby?
Oh, the referee. You love a good referee, don't you, Nick? The referee.
I love a good referee.
The referee in this fixture is Jeff Eltringham from County Durham.
I'm just glad you didn't say Jeff Winter there for a second.
Oh, no. Jeff Eltringham from County Durham. He's refereed 15 games this season, 60 yellows, 2 red cards, and he's given 1 penalty. He previously refed our 2-2 home draw against Preston as well this season.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Wait a second.
Right, for a second I was thinking, no, it's not. For a second I was thinking, is that when Morgan Gibbs-White got sent off? But I think it was, you know.
That was,
I can't remember.
When Morgan Gibbs-White got a red card
for diving.
Was that not Millwall?
That could have been Millwall.
Because we were doing a watch along.
Right, okay. They all blend into one when they're at home. Yeah, they all blend into one.
It's just they do it. They really do. They really do.
Thank God it weren't him anyway, because he was shocking.
Trust me. What
about
score prediction?
Yeah, score prediction. I normally let Hal go first. I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Blades win. It's a new era. It's the Paul Heckingbottom era. You know, it's we're going positive. I've gone for a Brewster brace. I think Brewster's going to bag. I really do.
Brewster brace. Scoring more goals in one goal than his whole Sheffield United career to this day.
A Brewster brace. I really do think, Jack Lester on the coaching staff. You know, Super Jack Lester. He knows where the back of the net is. So
Yeah.
I think he's going to take tips off of him in those training sessions. You know, and another thing, Bristol City have only kept 2 clean sheets this season. So I think it got
There's
to
goals.
be bagging. It got to be bagging.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I've gone for a more conservative 1-0 win. I know it's the same sort of scoreline, but as we haven't conceded goals in the last 2 games, so League One Wes is going to be back being Champions League Wes. Like he's not going back to being League One Wes.
Yep. Champions League goers. Doesn't have the same ring to it, I don't think. But
we hadn't even done the soundbite either, have we, mate?
Go on, play it. Do it
All
for me.
right. I'm gonna have to.
Wes. League One Wes.
League One West. Are we crazy?
League One West. Are we crazy?
Are we crazy?
Are we crazy?
Do you know what? Somebody put in the comments, can we stop calling him League One Wes? Because it can't be good for his confidence. And it's like the players call it him.
Literally, he says it himself. He loves it.
He absolutely loves it. And that's the thing, self-deprecating comedy is always the best. Always the best. So anyway, let's move on to player connections, mate. I'll let you go first. Who are you going to go for?
I'm going to go with a current member of the Sheffield United squad. I'm going with that boy, Luke Freeman, 29 years of age, England under-17 international, started his career at Gillingham before moving to Arsenal. And then after spells at Yeovil and Stevenage, he moved permanently to Stevenage, where Bristol City would take him. He made 105 appearances, 10 goals for the Robins in a spell between 2014 to 2017. He moved to the Blades in 2019. He had a loan spell at Forest last year. He's only made 15 appearances, hasn't scored yet, but we're hoping under this new Paul Heckingbottom reign, you know, you never know.
You never know. And do you know what? I'm a big Luke Freeman fan. I think the only problem with him is a little bit heavy sometimes. I'm not saying that he's a fat boy. I'm just saying that he just doesn't get around the pitch as quickly as other players do. But I'm a big fan of his technical ability.
Yeah.
Anyway, mate, I'm going to go with Jamal Campbell-Rice. And both players that I picked, as you will know because you did the graphics for him, were from the same sort of era. And Campbell-Rice, obviously, we had him not as long and not as early in his career as we probably would have liked. He played 37 games for the Blades, scoring 4 goals. I think a lot of those goals came in the QPR FA Cup match. I think it was the League Cup, where we went on that great run, and he just embarrassed QPR left, right, and centre. But the other thing that I remember from Jamal Campbell-Rice was him taking on half of the Blackpool team, putting the ball on an absolute sixpence for Connor Salmon to miss probably the worst miss I've ever seen live in my life.
Probably the worst miss I've ever seen on my phone. Yeah, it is
or
tragic.
Computer.
It's tragic when you watch it. It really is. But yeah, good memories of Jamal Campbell-Rice. My second one, I'm going to go with Big John Stead.
What a player.
The legend himself. 6'3" striker. Don't we just love a target man? I love a target man, I must say. On Football Manager, I stick a target man up top. But anyway, John Stead started his career at Huddersfield, born in Huddersfield, of course. He moved to Blackburn Rovers, then Sunderland, on loan at Derby before joining the Blades in that 2007-2008 season. And just what a player, 39 games for the Blades, 8 goals. He moved on to Ipswich at the end of the season. And later on in his career, 2010 to 2013, he joined Bristol City. Those pesky Robins. He made 79 appearances, 20 goals, and well, I watched him live near the end of his career. He's now in America, I think. Oh. He's the assistant coach somewhere in America, I believe.
I didn't realise that because he brought Harrogate up, didn't he?
Exactly. I watched him with Harrogate at Brackley, and you could see he's a class above.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Like I've played football against people that had finished a career like 20 years before, and you can see the difference. You can see how they read the game and stuff. But John Stead, well, he could have kept us up. Really, he scored some really important goals in the back end of that Premier League season, including 2 absolute crackers. One against West Ham on his left foot, and one against Charlton. He could have kept us up, but it just wasn't to be. But I'm going to move on, mate, and I'm going to talk about somebody that I think a lot of younger people these days won't have a clue who this guy is. And the reason for that is because he was supposed to be the next big thing, 𝐍𝐸𝐵 𝐍𝐸, right? He started his career at the Blades, 2012. He came through, and between 2012 and 2016, he played 2 games for the Blades. I'm assuming both coming on as a sub. Like I say, apparently all the big clubs were looking at him, Juventus, Inter Milan, all the Italian-based clubs, because he was born in Chesterfield, obviously. So obviously he's Italian. But no, obviously with a name like that, he's got some family from Italy. He actually played for Italy under 18s, 19s, and 20s, scoring 4 goals over all 3, scoring 4 goals in 8 games. So not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, after him thinking he was a bit too big for his boots, he went to York on loan, scored a couple of goals. Northampton Town, then went to Bristol City. Never actually played a game, which I'm a little bit gutted about, because normally what we do with these, we like to put people in here that have played games for both clubs, but it was too good not to put him in there, because 𝐍𝐸𝐵 𝐍𝐸𝐵, everybody remembers him as the next big thing, and he flattered to deceive.
Yeah, and even this season, he's playing with Buxton in non-league, and he sent them through in the FA Cup against York City. He scored the winner. I think it was a 1-0 win. Not too sure, but yeah, you can see he's still got it.
He's still got it, just not in the top echelon of the world football.
Not the standard of Juventus and Inter Milan, but Buxton will do. Buxton will do.
Buxton will absolutely do. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it there on 𝐍𝐸𝐵 𝐍𝐸𝐵. Obviously, it's been great to have you on, Bobby.
No problem.
Brilliant. So what we'll do, we're not doing a watch along tomorrow. We just need to put that out there. I'm giving Hal a day off because I think he's gonna, his head's gonna explode otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
We don't like to see it, but we do like to see it.
We do a little bit, but if it means his head actually legitimately exploding, maybe not a good idea to have a murder on your hands.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking about murder. and we will see you for my match reaction tomorrow after I'm back from the game. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.